Hi y'all, it's Neva from Manic Mama Musings, and also hashtag Podcaster Spirit Week. And today is Disney for Podcaster Spirit Week, hosted by Llama Mama Kayla. I will link her down below. I do believe today's the last day, and it's Disney. So I never really thought about it, but I realized I don't really have anything Disney. I am a big
I was just looking to see if there's any Disney dolls up there.
No, there's not. I'm a big
Okay.
kid at heart. Okay, so don't think I don't have toys. I love Care Bears and stuff, but they're not Disney. And then of course LJ's lightsaber. Well, okay, so sometimes it's handy to be married to a nerd because he had a lightsaber. Who has just a lightsaber laying around? LJ. So there you go. Now, I don't really think of Star Wars as Disney. I mean, I know that they are now owned by Disney, but back when I was a child, a long, long time ago, when we rode dinosaurs and stuff, it was not. But since I didn't have anything Disney, I put some Princess. This is as good as I could do with Princess Leia buttons, y'all. So maybe one day I'll really try at it. But today, and I didn't have any clothing that would go with it, or I would have tried to do the whole Princess Leia thing, really put work into it. But I didn't. So, but even though I don't think Princess Leia ever uses a lightsaber, I do have a lightsaber. And I wish, see, it's not sturdy. If it was sturdy, I would stab LJ because he thinks he's got jokes and stuff tonight. But, so, there's my Disney for y'all today. And my costume. And then tomorrow I've got to go back to thinking up my own stuff. And that should be fun. So, let's get on with the show. Oh, 23 days until Halloween, y'all. And it is day 8 of Vlogtober, October 8th. So, ta-da! Let's see. I don't have anything crochet to show today, but I have been working on squares, and my ex-niece-in-law let me know. Well, I just think of her as still my niece, so she let me know my great niece Phoebe, who is, yeah, I love that kid. Really loved the colors, and so that blanket, I will probably make myself one because I'm liking it, but that particular one might actually go to her. I might make a good size for her. So there you go. So I did talk about it. And if you do make it, I would love to see pictures of your squares, especially if you use different colors than mine. I'd like to see what they look like. I do have stuff I want to make for Halloween, but it just seems like we're already a week in and it's getting away from me. And I told myself this year I'd be more prepared and I wouldn't be in a hurry. And guess what? Eva wasn't prepared. So that's the story of my life. Today's song is Burn the Witch by Sean James. And then the movie, okay, so y'all should have watched, if you're watching the movies with me, The Hound of the Baskervilles. I liked it. I love Sherlock Holmes. So I like a lot of Sherlock Holmes movies, old ones, newer ones, all of that. More modernized ones. My favorite Sherlock Holmes show is Elementary. Love that. I would love to own it on DVD so I can just watch it over and over because I've already watched it like 3 times all the way through. So yeah, I really like it. So yeah, but yes, The Hound of the Baskervilles. I don't know. I can't think of that man's name. I don't think his real name's Max. Anyway, the dude, but he, I was a little disappointed that it didn't have a little more Sherlock Holmes in it, if that makes sense. I mean, I know that it was about the story, not so much about Sherlock Holmes, but I'm fascinated with Sherlock Holmes, and so that was a little disappointing, but still a good movie. I still liked it. And yeah, so it, I don't know if I'd watch. It's not a horrible movie. If someone was like, "Hey, I'd like to watch this. Would you watch it with me?" I mean, it's not really scary. So, but I know that some of you don't like horror, and so I thought maybe you would be interested in a mystery, since I feel like October is like time for all kinds of spooky, mysterious. I don't know what I was gonna say first time. Mysterious stuff. Then mysteries count, and plus it's a hound. Hellhounds, Hound of Baskerville, all of that. So, I mean, so anyway, I'm getting distracted. But so, I would watch it again if someone wanted me to watch it with them. Would I go out of my way to watch it? It's not one of my favorite Sherlock Holmes, so probably not. But I mean, who knows if that's like sometimes it depends on my mood. Because sometimes it's like, oh, that movie was, but then all of a sudden I get a craving to watch it again, and I do. Is craving? Urge. Craving is when you, okay. An urge too. So I'll give it a 1 thumbs up because it wasn't awful. It wasn't like I won't watch it. It wasn't like if it was the last thing to watch, I would watch it rather than not watch something. But it just wasn't also like something that I would watch over and over because I do have movies that I watch lots of times. So yeah. What's your thoughts?
I really liked it, and I especially liked how they treated Sherlock in this one. His little "I know everything" attitude kind of reminded me of how they portrayed him in Elementary, and I also like whenever he would ask Watson for the solution, and Watson would give him an answer, and he'd be like, "Very good, Watson," and I'm like, "Wow, it's just like Elementary." I really liked it. I give it 1 thumb up. Also, it was one of those shows where I was just like doing something in the background.
Yeah, that was me. I think I was crocheting during it. So yeah, but
But it was good
or
though,
something.
just
I mean, it
not
wasn't a
great.
bad movie. And as far as like, I love Sherlock Holmes. If I was gonna have a Sherlock Holmes week or night or whatever, it would probably be in there somewhere because I mean, who I like Sherlock Holmes. So
And they had him wearing that detective hat that we always see like detectives in and
I
stuff.
call it a Sherlock Holmes hat
Yeah,
because
I
to
think
me
so.
that's what it is. So the next movie, y'all, I don't know how I never heard of this. It's called Magic, and
Hmm.
it has Sir Anthony Hopkins in it, and he is young. It's from 1978, and it's called Magic. Okay, so if you like scary but not gory, it's not gory. Okay, and it's not horror scary as far as like jump scares. It's mysterious, spooky, scary, like, and you're trying to figure out what's going on, kind of thing. So there you go. I'm not going to review it, but um I'm just letting you know because a lot of people don't. So I'm letting you know what kind of movie I figure it to be. Like, not so much horror, but it does have like a spooky aura about it, I guess you could say. Like, it's good. I liked it, and it's one of those that you're trying to figure out throughout the movie exactly what's going on. So I didn't know. Like, I love Anthony Hopkins and Silence of the Lambs, which I don't think that's on Freebie, but it will be watched sometime this spooky season. Um, I would probably put it right there with that one, but without the mer. Huh. It's a good movie, and he's a very good actor, and so I enjoyed watching it. And it was younger him, and he did a very good job in this movie. So that's the movie. It's Magic. And like I said, it's on Freebie, Freevee. So of course, Freebie, it's a free app that you can get on your Roku or smart TV or your phone or your computer. Um, my friend Wendy actually watched a movie, got Freebie on her phone, and so I thought that was cool. So, um, some facts. Tonight, tonight, the 8th through the 10th, today till the 10th, or tonight, I should say, from dusk to midnight, there is the Draconid
Yeah.
Draconid meteor shower, and you should be able to see meteors. I didn't look tonight. I'm doing this a little late. I was making stew. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So, but tomorrow night I might try to bundle up a little because it is getting chilly in the evenings. and see if I can see a meteor shower. And they're supposed to be kind of slow moving, so it's not like they just phew. His mom said she saw a UFO. I don't know if it was or not, but that leads when he told me about it, because he took his mom some of the stew I made. It That'll lead into the story that I tell at the end. So okay, so for dinner I have a video and I will link the recipe down below, but we had witch's brew stew. And the mushrooms, you make them look like little skulls, and then you cut the carrots into little pumpkin looking. Yeah. It was delicious, but we, as you know, I'm a pescatarian, so I do not eat beef, nor pork, nor chicken. I eat fish and vegetables. And so, there is a video of the meat substitute I used, which, by the way, you could not tell it wasn't meat. And the stew ended up delicious. And so, I will link all that. That was fun. Like, we usually do, like, when I'm feeling good, we do theme food. Like St. Patrick's Day, we do corned beef and cabbage. On Cinco de Mayo, we do tacos or burritos. We do some kind of Mexican food. And so I thought we would make some spooky foods during October. So I also got some other stuff to make some other things that I will talk about. So, um, then also, Heather the Crochet Witch, which I will link her down below. She had, she got these Universal monsters, which right now we don't have them at our Walmart. I hope we get them. That she's been opening. I'm going to link her down below so you can look for those videos. But we had gotten some Chucky ones at Walmart on clearance, months ago, and I was saving them for Halloween through Vlogtober, and so I think I'll start opening them. I'm glad she mentioned hers, because then it reminded me, oh yeah, you have those put away. So let me see if all the little crinklies, sorry guys, oops, oh, there's a tear. That makes it so much easier. Now there's some that are already open, and so those are the ones I'm going to pick first. So let's see what this one is. So look, the little balls are like you get out of the little bubble gum machines, you know.
Baby thinks it's food.
Orange and black, and I think I'm going to use these for something else also, so that's kind of cool. It's not food. Anything that sounds like it came out of a package she thinks is food. It's not food. I am going to use these again, so, for something. Yeah. Oh, this is a Chucky Patch. Okay, cool. So, I could put this on our horror movie blanket, scary movie blanket, whatever you want to call it. Or I could put it on a project bag. But, it's a pretty nice patch. It's, you know, nice and thick. That says Chucky.
That is so cool.
So, there's the first one. These were on clearance, so they don't have, I don't think they're doing Chucky again this year, but Heather did say that they're doing the Universal Monsters, and she said there was some other ones, I can't remember.
There's a Halloween 2 one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. She said there's a Halloween 2 one, and then my socks were Halloween 2, so I'm wondering why stuff is themed around Halloween 2. But yeah, so, when he goes back to work, he's going to keep looking for them, because they're doing a remodel at the Walmart that he works at, and so it could just be they haven't put it out yet. I hate it when they do that, because then, anywho, so, but maybe we'll get some, and I'll get those also, and who knows. But yes, like I said, Heather's doing the Universal Monsters ones, and these are the Chucky ones. And you know we like, LJ loves Chucky, so
big fan.
And my oldest daughter, funny story, when she was like 2, I was pregnant with there goes my dog. When I was pregnant with the twins, I don't know what month anyway, I was big pregnant and tired, so it's probably October, because they were born in November. I had fallen asleep. She was 2. I'm a single, as you know, it was just me and her, and I fell asleep. Okay. And I wake up and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and Chucky had come on and she's watching it. And then for, oh my gosh, months, she was like, I want a Chucky doll. Can I watch Chucky? I'm like, you shouldn't have been watching Chucky. I fell asleep. No, you can't watch Chucky. No, you can't have a Chucky doll. But then she used to be scared to death of clowns, and she finally admitted it once she was grown. She was like, do you know why I am afraid of clowns? I was like, no. She goes, one of the nights I spent with Misty and Chelsea, which were some of her very good friends when we lived there, and she said we watched It. Wants a doll that comes to life, loved the movie, but is afraid of clowns because she watched It. I don't know. That kid was always a little different. So there you go. There's a cute story, if you think it's cute, about my kid. Okay, so the story I'm going to tell you, his mom took a picture of what she thinks is a UFO. You really can't see it, but I will put it in the video along with clips of my dinner. So if you want to see that, it'll be at the end, all of that. But so my dad, and I've told this story before, but some of you might not have heard it. We used to live, my dad literally would have to drive like an hour to work and back because he wanted us in a certain area. Well, there's this one curve that he had to take. And now I want to point out that my dad would sometimes work like 20-hour shifts. Okay, so a lot of times he was very tired when he was going home or going to work, coming home, whatnot. Okay, so whether you believe in UFOs or not, you can either put it as sleep deprived, or it really happened, or maybe my dad was a little crazy. Who knows? Okay, he was a little crazy. He made me, but yeah. So he was going to work. Well, he came home one morning because he was working night shift. And he was like, I was 4 hours late for work. Mom was like, oh my God, what happened? Did you have a flat tire? Did the car break down? And he was like, I lost 4 hours. And so the story is that he got to the curve. He couldn't remember anything from the curve, this big, really sharp curve he has to take until he got to work. Like that, there was no memory of that drive. And when he got to work, he was 4 hours late. And he swears he was abducted by aliens. I don't know, because my dad was a very logical man. He did believe in ghosts, spirits, whatnot. I do too. He believed in aliens. I'm not going to say that there's not aliens because it's kind of cocky of us to think that we are the only life beings in this whole big universe. You know what I mean? But so it's really hard for me to believe that I don't know what happened to him. Okay. I don't know why they send him back if maybe he wasn't what they were looking for. I don't know. But he says he was abducted by aliens. Now go with that story, and whether it be that my brother-in-law just thought the same way I don't know if he made up this story or if this really happened. But my sister and my niece were staying at the house with us one night. They were all out at the house with us, and then he was going to work, and he also worked the same place my dad did. And he said he got abducted in the same exact place my dad did. So I don't know. I don't know if he did. He says he did. Kind of weird that later on, like, he had been in a car accident and they did like tests on him and stuff, and it ended up he only had one kidney, and they figure he never had it one removed, so that means he was only born with one kidney, or the aliens took it. And also a part of his brain that regulates reasoning doesn't work properly, or is gone, or that could explain a lot of things about him. He's my ex-brother-in-law, by the way. So that could explain a lot of things. But there you go. So, I've been telling you some crazy stories. There's one. There's my dad's alien story. If you believe in aliens, you probably believe that he was abducted. I don't know what to believe. My dad did drink a lot, but he never went to work drunk, and he was on his way to work. Like, he never drank before work, or and so I don't know. And he didn't do drugs. So, and my dad was a very logical person, and so very smart and very logical. So I don't know exactly um what to think about that, except for that something weird did happen. Now, I do know that I've missed parts of time, and it was part of my bipolar. And I do believe my dad was bipolar, but I don't know. I never imagined that aliens abducted me, so I just lost time and didn't know where it went to. And maybe it was that with him, and his brain just I don't know. He, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any explanation, but there's a story for tonight. And also, uh, Heather, the crochet witch, did the spooky tag that I tagged her in. She did it, and I love it. It's making me giggle. Her and Damon did it together. And then also Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts. I will link her down below. She did hers, and I enjoyed watching hers. I've had a lot of fun watching the ones who did do it. And stay spooky, y'all. I will see you tomorrow, and maybe I'll actually have a costume going on. I do have some other stuff to show you that I wasn't put in this video, but it's running longer, so be safe for another one. Love you.
Hey, Daddy, I want a snacky. Please. Please, 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 please.
Here's my stew, y'all. My witch's brew stew with my little skull mushrooms. I don't really think they look like skulls, but I did what they said. And my little carrot pumpkins. And it is very yummy. I did use a meat substitute, which is part of this video, so you can see, because, I'm pescatarian, but yeah. Yum. So this is what I put in instead of meat in my witch's brew stew. Has 17 grams of protein. Super good for you.